Hey guys. So, more Angel.
More Angel.
More Angel.
All right. I'm sure we've already covered this at one point, but it's been a while, and I don't think I've asked in a minute. In the Angel investigations, where do you think your place would be? I know you're already interning with them and everything from a little while back. If you guys have been watching all
that ended, so but, yeah. It was too dangerous for me. Dangerous. I would cook them really good food. Angel wouldn't appreciate it, but I could probably add a little bit of something yummy to his blood.
You could also make their cards look so much better.
Oh, God, yes. So much better.
Advertising.
I'd probably put together a commercial if they were paying me well.
I would be in it. That's how I would contribute.
Oh, man, and I can only imagine how you would react once Faith showed up at the hotel.
I'm gonna hit on her so much. I'm like, hi! Oh my god, hi! Anyway, I think we should start watching.
We should, yeah.
Yeah, let's watch.
So, what finally tipped off the great detective?
Tongue. Slip up.
Sweetie?
This.
Sweetie?
My sweet baby.
My sweet. Same phrase the Beastmaster kept using when he was whispering.
Yeah, seriously, why would you do that as a demon person? Just be like, sweet, sweet, sweet.
Femme for the booming macho act.
That's it? I get away with bringing the world down around you and 2 incy words tingle your spider sense?
What we already knew. What he found out as Angelus. All the circumstantial led to you.
Just needed to be sure.
Little late to the table. But I might have a few scraps left.
Why are you doing this, Cordy?
This thing isn't Cordelia.
Or maybe you just don't know me very well.
I don't want to know you. Where's Cordelia?
Connor! Connor!
You. Look, all we know for sure is the real damage didn't start until after Lauren's spell.
Oh my god. We woke it up.
That's what Wolfram and Hart sucked out of my noodle. It wasn't Cordelia's future, it was the Smackerjack surprise.
Damn thing's been playing us right from the start.
And the vision of the spell to re-ensoul you?
Misdirection. Getting everyone to look over here while the real action's happening over there.
That explains why my mojo's been gunked up. Queen Biatch put the whammy on me.
And it let the monster out of the box. All designed to keep us off balance.
It was Cordelia. She murdered Lila.
Well,
We don't know if it's really Cordy.
Or what she's got baking in her oven.
Evil and pregnant?
baking in her oven.
Cookies.
Are you sure Angel won't be able to follow us?
Gross.
I was careful.
How careful?
Sorry for the slap.
Why were they trying to hurt you?
It's so appropriate that you
No.
started the whole baking cookies thing.
They're afraid. Of you. Of me. But our love is created. They were gonna kill it. And me if you hadn't come.
I didn't know where you were. How could he do that?
Because he hates you. I didn't want to believe it, but he does. He can't stand the fact that he lost.
Circle.
That I'll never know the feel of my touch. The
Ugh.
warmth of my lips.
Who talks about themselves in that way? The warmth of my lips.
Wes. Lila and I weren't exactly friends.
You were mortal enemies.
Why should you care what happened to her?
Because you did.
There's nothing here.
What about pan-dimensional texts? Like the one Lila...
I have Lorne reaching out to the black markets, but it'll take time.
What we need is somebody who does. Somebody right in the middle of all this.
Cool.
Oh!
Him.
Angel, jeez.
Wasn't sure it was you.
Powerful demon Skip, at your service. Hey, I got some more buffalo wings.
I'm a little pressed right now.
Huh?
When was the last time you saw Cordelia?
Thanks.
Who?
She told me you were her guide when she decided to become half demon.
She did. Okay, look, I wanted to give you the heads up, but you know how the powers are. Always making with the big hush-hush.
I'm thinking either you've been played for a dupe like the rest of us, or you've been in on this from the start.
Angel, buddy, whatever's going on, I'm telling you true. Not a dupe.
Get out my house.
Not like last time, is it, Monkey Boy?
Like, I've been training.
Ugh.
Is it gonna go all Cthulhu style?
It moved.
Of course it did. That's what babies do when they're happy.
Yeah.
Can't tell you how thankful I am.
He wouldn't know if it was just like. Brrr.
Thank you.
He wouldn't know.
I'll need some very special things. Do you think you can get them for me?
Tell me what happened.
Yeah, heard that part.
Wow.
You really think that's good?
Maybe I can have an embolism.
Good thing you like walked 3 steps forward.
Indeed.
We had words. Whatever's happened to Cordy, he's a part of it. We need to bind him to this dimension.
I really love birds.
Haven't had this in a while.
You all right?
God, thank you so much. Thank
Did you get everything else?
Yeah.
I know what your heart is telling you, Connor. She's one of them. One of the average, normal people that fill this world. But what we're doing will elevate her life beyond that and give her death meaning. Her blood
You think that, like,
for our baby.
killing somebody, you could wait 2 weeks and have a baby
more
pop
than
out,
fair.
or we could murder a virgin. Your choice, Connor. Let's murder a virgin. 2 weeks is not that much. Huh?
Sand of the red palm. Child's trick.
Then why don't you come out and play?
In time.
You'll have a lot of that after we make your accommodations a little bit more permanent.
But she could put multiple barriers around it.
Fear of the infinite agonies.
I go where the deal is, and not getting stuck in one of those, bargain.
Where is she?
I don't know, this is your dimension, man. You tell me.
The real Cordelia, not this thing that's been posing as her.
How'd I ever get spanked by such a chump nut? That thing
Chump nut.
that's turned your life into a burning ring of fire? She is the real Cordelia. Or at least she's in there somewhere. This whole thing.
Is it Cordy or not?
Oh, it's her. She just ain't driving.
Something took control of her on the higher plane?
Drill a little deeper, Haas. How do you think she got there in the first place?
You're saying her ascension was all part of this thing's plan?
No, Cordelia was chosen to become a higher being because she's such a pure, radiant saint. Please.
I would love it if she just wakes up and like kicks all their asses. That'd be great. Do it. Do it. All of a sudden we get the next Slayer. We're like, oh.
That's how that works.
It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you.
I gotta get home. My mom's gonna be so mad.
I've always been here, close to your heart.
Yep. Okay, it's like, I recognize that voice, but I don't know who it is.
Isn't that where a mother belongs?
Darla!
The powers have sent me to give you a message.
You can't be my mother.
I have her memories, her feelings. Isn't that what makes a person
There she
who
goes.
they are?
Let me go.
The smell of fear. I've nurtured it 1,000 times
Smell.
in all the people that I've murdered.
My mother's dead.
But I'll always be a part of you. You shared your soul with me once.
I'd be really freaked out if I was that girl.
Growing inside of me
My mother's dead.
when I'd lost my own.
Okay.
I'd never felt so close to any living thing as I did to my beautiful boy.
Why'd you leave me? Did you hate me then?
I wanted to be with you more than anything.
You killed yourself. I wasn't even born yet, and you...
Did what I had to. My life for yours. You were the one good thing I ever did. The only good thing. I'd die every day for the rest of eternity for you. And this is how you repay me?
You don't understand. We need her. For our baby. To keep it safe.
By anointing it in the blood of an innocent? You really think that safety can be plucked from the arms of an evil deed?
Good. Evil. They're just words.
Don't let this happen, Connor.
I'm just
Don't let my death
very
mean nothing.
confused by all
You
of
really think it matters? You got me. It doesn't even have a name.
Then what do you call it?
You know, master or
Unspeakable horror. For real this time.
It doesn't make sense. Everything that's happened to Cordy in the past few years, all of it was planned.
You really think it stops with her, amigo? How many events have to be nudged in just the right direction? Leaving Pylea, your sister. Opening the wrong book. Sleeping with the enemy. Gosh.
No way. We make our own choices.
Yeah, sure. A cheese sandwich here, a when to floss. But the big stuff. Like two vampires squeezing out a kid.
Connor, an impossible birth to make one possible.
That's what the kid was designed for.
To sleep with Mother Love?
To create a vessel.
Look out, the monkey's thinking again.
Being inside a human makes it vulnerable, doesn't it? That's why it had to stay hidden. Why it needed to create something stronger to pour itself into.
So the big nasty inside of Cordy is gonna give birth to itself?
Circle of life. It's a beautiful thing.
How do we stop it?
Well, that's the easy part, Slay.
Weird.
All you gotta do is find Cordelia and chop her head off.
Has to be another way.
Sure. Stab her in the heart, kidney. Couple pokes in
A
the
way
lung.
that won't kill Cordy in the process.
Takes a whole lot of cramming to get that much sweetness into a human. It's in every hair, every cell, every molecule of Cordelia's body. And it ain't letting go till it got a brand new bag.
What happens to Cordy then?
Drained of her life force during labor. Those contractions are a real bitch.
It'll kill her.
Or she'll end up a head of cabbage.
What do you want to do?
The only thing he can do. Kill the woman he loves to save the world. You're gonna need a sacred Hatam and paw for that.
Got it.
What?
Cordy. The real Cordy kept one in her desk drawer.
Probably a knockoff. It's not some trinket you throw in a desk drawer.
She thought it was a back scratcher. Get started.
Wait, did I say Rushundy? I meant Rushundi. It's a whole different...
Love it.
Crap.
They hate us. Because we're special.
I don't hate you. Please.
They're scared. Because of what you've done, not because of what you are.
They wanted to kill me when I was still inside of you.
But that changed when they saw you. Held you in their arms. Felt the
I'd
warmth
be so
of your
horrified if I was that
skin,
girl right now.
The goodness in your heart.
And it will happen again when they hold my child. It's the only way.
You have a choice, Connor. That is something more precious than you'll ever know.
What choice? They're hunting us like animals.
Because you're acting like one. As a vampire, I killed without mercy or remorse because I didn't have a soul. What's your excuse?
You think I want to do this?
Then don't. It has to be your choice. You can stop this. I feel the good in you. And no matter how much you're beaten or twisted or lied to, it's still there. In your heart. You know it too.
What do you think he'll do?
I have weird feelings about this whole Darla stuff.
Like he always does.
Love to hear them.
Make a difference?
I don't care how many players you grease, that last shot always comes up a question mark. But here's the
I
thing.
love it.
You never know when you're taking it. It could be when you're duking it out with the Legion of Doom or just crossing the street deciding where to have brunch. So you just treat it all like it was up to you. The world and the balance. Because you never know when it is.
You've been practicing that?
A little bit.
No, he just wise.
Hug your neighbor, kiddies. We got it.
Let's load up.
No, you're not coming, any of you. Whatever's taken over Cordy, it's still her inside. She's still our friend. She's still the woman I won't let you carry that. I can't.
Anybody got a hanky?
Angel, wait!
Yep.
Isn't it amazing how far Fred has
That'll
come
go well.
from when she was first introduced?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's going to be all right.
What are you doing? It's time. Take her in the other room.
Listen to your heart.
She didn't.
Talking about the angel and demon on your shoulder.
We should let her go.
We need her, Connor. Our baby.
Shouldn't be anointed with innocent blood.
Yeah, it just bothers me that you did tell him just before all this ritual is like, maybe it'll take 2 weeks.
With big,
it's like,
confusing words.
That's so little time.
A little birdie's been pecking at you behind my back.
She'll lie to you.
Whatever you think you're seeing, it's a trick.
Don't let her in.
It's Angel.
No.
Trying to turn you against me. With a cheap vision of Darla.
You can see her?
I see the lies.
Connor, listen to me.
It's not her.
You have to let her go.
It's your father. This is how much he hates you.
I love you. Please.
Torturing you with this sad imitation of your dead mother.
Don't let her do this.
Are you gonna let them do this to us? Are you gonna let them kill our baby?
You are not my mother!
Makes sense. It's the first time she's ever appeared to him. So, like, am not happy this is the direction this is going. But writing-wise, I'm glad because there was no reason for him to trust her. That's another reason why I was just so anti this whole Darla thing.
This poor girl.
Don't.
Or not!
There.
Or not!
That wasn't so hard, was it?
Urgent should just, like, have a tap and just be, like, selling that shit.
Right?
Do it now.
I mean, if I exist in this world and I was a virgin, you know, that's what I would be doing.
What's happening? The beginning of a new world.
Or not.
You really think you got a chance against that?
She lied to you, Connor.
You should have put a bunch of small ones around the big one.
To all of us. That's not Cordelia.
Leave us alone!
Something about infinite agony? You mind? I'm trying to work here.
I feel like you should have kept that one piece of the one demon that you stabbed.
Yeah.
The big beast to go away. Just as an extra knife. Shoot it in its head. I skip. Oop.
Well, that ain't right.
I'm so sorry.
Why is it always tentacles?
Oh, just you wait.
A lady.
Yeah, that actress.
You're
Yeah,
beautiful.
please.
Yeah, we haven't seen her before.
Angel.
And I just want to say, Connor, your baby doesn't look like you, so you should probably ask Cordy some questions. The Darla thing. I like seeing the actress back. I think she's a good actress. But
I agree.
Like, why did we need any of that?
I think for the fan, there is that kind of like desire to see the mother of him finally interact with him in some capacity.
If they're making the argument, which they did at the end of it, which I needed earlier for myself, we share a soul. And that's why I can do this and come out as your conscious in this like super high intensity moment. I'm like,
Yeah.
There have been so many high intensity moments that you've never popped out.
Yeah.
That just seems weird. Perhaps because this one has to do with a baby in particular. That's why he's manifesting this image. But everything just feels too sudden. I wish she had been there weirdly throughout the entire thing, just as his conscious on his shoulder.
I agree with that, because especially at this point in the story arc of this season,
Yeah.
it is a little late to be bringing this out.
Oh, yeah. The only chance of redemption is if we had seen her before. So I'm glad, story-wise,
Like, we have, but
Yeah.
he has not, yes.
I'm glad he chose to side with Cordelia in that moment, because it would not have made sense to me. Feel free to, like, have your own opinions in the comments. Please, again, don't spoil anything, but I find it very off-putting that they brought her back in this way.
For sure.
I'm also confused on why Skip is like, everything was to our design. You losing your sister. You going to Pylea. It's like, what does Pylea have to do with anything? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, that one's a little hard to explain.
It would have been so much easier if they hadn't have pieced together these entire group. They could have just chosen a random girl that worked a 9 to 5 to, like, impregnate. And
I mean,
give the
maybe,
powers that be and-
maybe, you know, Fred solved certain aspects that opened the door. Fred may have had a little to do with Connor returning to some degree, and so her being brought back.
And it had to be Gunn because it had to be his sister for whatever reason. It had to be. And, like, it had to be Pylea because otherwise you had to have this one thing from this one place that only Fred could bring back. I feel like this season has done so well and so bad. And we talked about it a little bit last episode, but so well at, like, in this storyline, creating twists and turns, and Cordy did it, and these are the pieces that led up to her doing it, and they did it, and they showed it, and it was brilliant. But then they also throw in all these, like, curveballs of, like, I felt like you didn't plan this. I feel like you're just grasping at straws at some points, and it doesn't make sense. So it's column A and column B where it's like, we tried really hard, but we're also going to throw in all this extra stuff because to look like we planned this from the beginning, and they didn't.
I'm sure you've heard by now that there was some internal conflicts going on during this season.
Yeah, I don't know everything about it. I do know that real Cordy got real pregnant, and people were not okay with that, specifically Whedon. So
yes,
that's
and
why
so
it's a little twisted.
A lot of that stuff definitely course corrected whatever story was originally planned, and so that is a big part of it, I'm sure. But and I think maybe they were just trying to make the most of whatever they were working with from whatever was planned. And I think that's another thing I don't like to go into it, but the original creator of the show, or the creator of the characters, obviously had a different opinion of things and often plans things out far in advance so that you can get those fun twists. I should be able to provide this, and I'm sorry I'm not that well versed to that degree, but I would love to hear your opinions, and please put them in the comments below and detail it. Take your time. This is homework, guys. I want to report.
Tell me.
Tell us.
Don't spoil me, but tell me.
This was another great episode of We Watch Slayerverse with Angel.
And Nick Slade.
Appreciate you watching.
Yeah, and if you would, could you like and then subscribe?
And click that bell down below. You see it there.
Do it whatever order you want to do it. I don't even care.
Oh, and check us out on Patreon, because we need that, all that stuff that we got there, you know? Do it. Yeah, that's awkward.